Welcome again. To give you the final stories for today, I'm Randolf Jamias. The first Myanmar Development Cooperation Forum continued its second day at MICC in Naypyidaw on Sunday. The fifth session of the forum focused on financing development, and it was chaired by Deputy Minister for Finance and Revenue, Dr. Mang Mang Teng. Deputy Minister Use Ang discussed financing and development, the Director General of Budget Department on Budget and Development, and the Ministry of National Planning and Economic Development on aid flows. Delegates of donor nations, development partnership organizations, and INGOs from around the world held round of discussion. The sixth and final session was chaired by Union Minister for National Planning and Economic Development, Dr. Kan Zaw. The meeting discussed aid policy, aid management, sectoral and regional coordination, and recommendations. The meeting next adopted Naypyidaw Accord for Effective Development Cooperation. The meeting ended with closing remarks by Union Minister Dr. Kan Zaw. He said that the government has embarked on a far-reaching reform program to transform Myanmar into a modern, developed, and democratic nation that improves the livelihood of its people. The government has high aspirations for people-centered development while staying focused on achievable results. It shall start gradually but move decisively with international assistance for capacity and skill development to reduce incidence of poverty and achieve the Millennium Development Goals by 2015. He also added that the Naypyidaw Accord for Effective Development Cooperation was developed in collaboration with the government and partners in a spirit of mutual benefit and accountability. The range of country-level development across the Asian region and globally has ignited local efforts. The government intends to move progressively in the coming year with similar arrangements to promote broader development and effectiveness. After the forum, the Union Minister also met with the local media.
The Development Cooperation Forum is critical because it allows an opportunity for Myanmar to present the development priorities for the country and also to make sure that these priorities are supported by development partners. It is critical that there is a coherent plan and that all the partners are working together to assist the country to bring about well-being for its people. I am very, very pleased that the priorities are very clear and the sequencing is also very clear, and that there are many reforms. I was very touched by the way the ministers have come together. The president have taken the political lead in saying that there are three waves of reform. You have done the political reform, you are in the process of doing the economic and social reform, and that now it is a reform of the governance and the government institution so that the institution can deliver for the people, including in the rural areas. There's a lot of emphasis on the financial reforms that are taking place, but equally the agricultural reforms, the industrial reforms that need to create jobs. Equally important was the emphasis that there can be no development without peace, and also democracy, which will take into account the priorities from the ground up. So the partners, the development partners, now have an opportunity to make sure that we all come together to work as one to support the government. From the point of view of ESCAP, the United Nations Commission for Asia and the Pacific, we have been here for the long run, and we will be supporting the government and the small and medium-sized enterprises. We will be making sure that we continue to work in the rural development sector and also in regional connectivity, and really try to bring about PPP for regional connectivity, but also to make sure that the country is on the road to shared prosperity that is founded on social equity and sustainability. I was also very pleased to hear that it is what you're looking at is a balanced development, the balancing of the economics, the social, and the environmental. How you manage the natural resources, because you have such a lot of natural resources, is absolutely critical, because you want wealth to be intergenerational. You want to make sure that the next generation is also able to develop in a sustainable way. So I would say sustained economic growth that is based on social equity, that takes into account diversity. I like the way His Excellency, the President, talked about the need to for different voices and diverse views to coexist, so that there is natural harmony, peace, and democracy. So I wish the country a very wonderful future based on shared prosperity, based on social equity and sustainability.
This forum is, for me, very encouraging, because I noticed that all the participants from all over the world take part very actively, and we have get many commitments from them. So I think this forum is a way forward for our country.
After the main sessions, there are parallel sessions in all sectors. So what do you think about these discussions? Is it a fruitful discussion?
Oh, it is very fruitful. For example, like the territorial development or regional development, it is a section that I happen to chair. So as you know, for the first time in Myanmar, we have the regional and state governments. So these are the new structures which we have never practiced in the past, and these are the features that characterize our democratic transition as well as a transition within the governance system. So for these new initiatives, we need a lot of help. We also need to learn the lessons from other developing countries, because development partners who have done similar assistance in other countries also bring a lot of advice and insights about how the countries have overcome some of these challenges. So I think not just for the regional development section, but also other sections of similar benefits are gained. So it is very important that we engage in all these in-depth discussions on all the sectoral policies, because the development partners should also be aware of our policies and priorities so that they can actually channel these assistance to our needs more effectively. We got a lot of support from the development partners. For example, like the yesterday meeting, FESR received a lot of well-rounded support and praise for our ability to come up with a strategy within a very short period of time. So they also promise that they are going to align all their policies in line with the FESR. So I think this is a great success for us within a short period of time. And then they also seem to be very, very encouraged by our level of engagement with the development partners. And then also you can see there are so many development partners involved in these discussions. It means that we have support not just from the east, but also from the west, and then also from the south. So I think this is such a success that we become instantly a priority country for most of the development partners. I think this international conference can also provide an incentive for all of us to build peace, because there are people who are ready to help us once we achieve the peace. So I think that this is a big boost for the peace process, and it is also a reminder for all those who are working on the peace process that we can also be more proactive in understanding the post-conflict reconstruction. So it means that there will be a big need after peace is being built, and to maintain peace and to sustain it. And so I think along these issues, I hope the peace negotiators can find the way to build peace in a much faster fashion. And I believe that the Myanmar government has already sent its goodwill on the peace proposals, and I wish speedy achievement of peace soon.
That's all we have for now. Thanks for the company and see you again next time.